Yo, what is up, everybody? This is King Hitman here. My audio may sound a little off right now. I'm not in my usual setup, but let's get right into it. For you guys today, I have the perfect partner analysis. Thank you to, well, I guess I just spoiled some of it, but Quentin BFR. I appreciate that. This seems like a really interesting idea, and it's not like it's gonna age badly or poorly or anything. So, I mean, why not? Let's get into it. It's kind of, I guess, quirky or interesting, just aesthetically pleasing when you know units are going 7 for 7. For starters, we have Turles and, of course, transformed AGL Turles. Now, these two right here, not the best combination, I'm gonna be honest. But that's not what we're here for. We're just here to talk about it. Interesting ones. There are actually some good ones you guys might want to keep your eye out for the near future. But this guy, I mean, he could easy it whenever at this point based on how they're doing UI Goku, STR Broly, and Goku and Frieza. And of course, his EZA is also gonna, or his transformation state is also gonna get buffed. Keep your eye out for that. These two exchange unit, nothing changes, just different names, so I'm not gonna worry about that one. Of course, we have the Gohan and Gohan duo, but this guy's technically like he doesn't exist as far as most people are concerned. He's not gonna pop out too often, so you're not worried about that. And of course, you're not gonna see this guy on your friends list. And if you do have, I still don't have a single copy of this guy now that I think about it, and I'd really like to have that because he's really, I mean, he's aged now because it's like he was dead on arrival, but he's not a bad unit. He's very bland, I guess is the word. And not that he's like boring, he does a lot of things, but his damage is never like absurd. Namekian team is so hard to like force people to run. You can't force people to set him as a friend lead. Simple stuff like that can really ruin a character. Now this is where it starts to get a little more interesting. Goten and Trunks, the Tech Goten, the Bio Broly movie Trunks and Goten. I also know they go 6 for 7. I was about to say the AGL Trunks and physical Goten, or AGL Goten and physical Trunks. Sorry, the names in this video might get swapped up a little bit, but they go 6 for 7. I think one of them has royal lineage and the other one has Kamehameha. But they go 6 for 7, just in case you want to keep your eye out for that. But these guys are actually pretty good, so I mean, never a bad idea to keep that in mind. Now here's an older duo that most of you guys wouldn't care about, but I didn't realize this actually. These two, the Goku and Vegeta, the Super Saiyan 3s from way back when, the very first EZA, and to this day he is literally still one of the best tanks in the game. It's absurd. These two go 6 for 6. They share everything, which is, we need a new Dragon Fist Goku. Nobody wants to say it. I think he is either going to be part of the next, like a part 2 of Global's PyCon and Janemba celebration, which is going on as I record this video, or he will be one of the Goku Day units. I don't care how he comes in, but just know he's gonna have dope animations. He's gonna be a great unit. They're not gonna mess him up because he came out. This is, what did Truth say? This is the oldest Dokkan Fest in the game to not get an update or revamp in any sense of the word for a Dokkan event. So he's due for one, but he's long overdue. So it'd always be nice to have him, you know, get a new stage ad, get his new LR, whatever it's gonna. Maybe it's just gonna be a TUR. Who knows? But his animations are gonna be crazy. His active skill, I'm assuming he has one, is gonna be crazy. That unit's gonna be dope, man. Vegeta, like I said, still one of the purest tanks in the game. Now, this is where I didn't really ever care for this one, so this one's kind of interesting to know, even though it's one of the rarer ones because this only lasts one turn. Frieza and Cooler, physical Cooler. Now, this is why it matters. Physical Cooler is up. He's coming up on an EZA. It feels as though they're postponing some of the 120 leads like intentionally because, I mean, we didn't expect any Dokkan Fest or like super high tier unit to EZA during the 6th year. The EZA UI Goku, who was completely out of the blue. They EZA'd a whole bunch of free to play units, which made sense. And then they EZA'd, including Roshi, and then they EZA'd Goku and Frieza, which was completely out of the blue, but still relevant to the celebration. So it's almost, and then now they're doing Tapion. So it's like they're postponing units. It's very intriguing. Like, why are they doing that? It's almost as if they want to extend the EZA lifespan, like the event lifespan of these units. I really can't explain why they're doing it. But Cooler's upcoming on an Easy A. Him, SS3 Tech Goku, who shoot, he might Easy A whenever we get this guy, which is hopefully within the next month to month and a half. Where was I? So Cooler's upcoming on his Easy A, so is Tech Angel Goku. Did I say Tech Angel Goku? I was talking about Tech Angel Goku when I brought up Dragon Fist Goku. I don't know why I'm moving fast, all right? This video could last 40 minutes, and I refuse to let it go that long. Anyway, Cooler has an Easy A, Tech Angel Goku has an Easy Aid. Who's left? And the SS4s have an Easy Aid, either of them, Goku or Vegeta. I am moving so fast, I might get stumped here or there, or bear with me, man. Y'all are putting up with me, I appreciate it. The two Vegetos, this is one of the deadliest rotations in the game. Lethal, man, lethal combination, man, I love it. These guys, they come together, and listen, the defense sometimes is a bit shot. I'm gonna be honest, it's not as good as you would love it to be, especially since it takes at least 6 turns to activate this based on this guy, and it could be even longer than 6 turns based on your health. Then this guy, easy enough to activate. You see super attacks, which is automatically like, you really shouldn't die if you see super attacks incoming, to be honest, because you should be able to measure out the rest of whatever event you're in. But with that being said, these guys are countering. They're doing 3, 4, 5 million attack stats, going bar for bar on links. You guys see what I'm saying? They're both key sufficient, because this guy gets key off rainbow orbs. This guy gets extra key off of any type of orb. Really absurd combination. 80% attack. That's crazy. And 10% defense, which is minor, but I would take away some of the attack just to give them like 30 to 40% defense, because you wouldn't think so, but this needs it. I actually haven't even been going over the stat effects for a lot of these combinations, but I'll do that from here on out in the video. Now, next up, we have the new Broly Saiyan Day Trunks, the STR Trunks, and the very mid Tech Future Trunks. Now, this guy's good, but he needs to fight Android category enemies. He needs to fight. It's just, he's really restricted because there's not relevant events with those type of enemies in the game right now. But maybe once Time Traveler, once Future, once, I don't know, stages like that get their buffs, or extreme buffs, extreme Super Battle Road, or like just new Super Battle Road stages, maybe he'll become more and more relevant. But it's hard to say, man. It really is hard to say. Now, these two together, they share, well, that's 7 for 7, 5 key, 50% attack, 25% defense, critical hit chance plus 5%, and defense of the enemy minus 10%. Not that that matters. Now, this one is really one I don't really care to take note of, but for the sake of the list, man, respect the man's list. We have the God Goku and the Blue Goku that are the transforming Gokus, like different states. You will, like, there's like a 1% of 1% chance that you see these two on the same rotation in an event where you actually wanted it to happen, simply because like nobody runs AGL Goku anymore, and then on top of that, you're not running 2 of him, because 2 of him just doesn't even, you don't even use his leader skill. It's almost outdated. But 3 key 120 isn't bad. It's just we're well beyond that, I guess is the best way to say it. They share 5 key, which is, wow, that actually is pretty crazy, because I'm pretty sure he's key sufficient. I know for a fact this guy gives himself 12 key. No, this guy is not key sufficient. Don't believe me. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he doesn't give himself key. They share 5 key, 72% attack, 25% defense. Mind you, both of these guys mitigate and raise their defense throughout the states, and then critical hit chance plus 5%. On to the next row, we have the 2 Android 21s. Now, of course, they're transforming units. I don't really want to go into all the transforming units. I feel like it's like obvious enough, I guess. Now we have the 2 Toas, the Int Toa, the AGL Toa. These two, I mean, you're not really going to run them together. You could run them on the same team, but both of them are pretty much floater options because they're support units. They can heal when you're below a certain amount of HP, which is actually pretty crazy. Because 1 Toa heals when you're under, I believe, 50%, and then AGL Toa heals when you're under 30%. Both of them give additional attack buffs when they're under that threshold to their extreme class enemies. Very That would be actually a pretty crazy support rotation. It's just so absurd to get it. But anyway, Golden Frieza and his transformed or untransformed state, final form Frieza. Oh, by the way, Toa, they share 7 key. Wow, 7 key. Wow. They share 7 key, 70% attack, 50% defense, a 5% dodge chance, and enemy defense is lowered by 10%. Frieza and Frieza, I'm not really gonna. Vegeta and Vegeta. Goku and UI Goku. I don't really, you see what I'm saying? Like, I don't really want to go over the transform states. Most of those are almost obvious to most players, so at least long-time players. Now, this Buu is actually pretty absurd. I don't have him farmed up, but I've seen some of the stuff he can do. I need him for my Majin Power team. I need to stop putting it off because I hate the Extreme Z area, but this guy's crazy. So this guy, and then of course the exchange Buu, who comes from Hercule Buu, the exchange after, I think he has to take 5 hits or something like that, and he'll exchange. It's actually a really good unit throughout his forms. Like, let's say he supports, he mitigates. I want to say, no, I don't think he has a dodge chance, does he? I'm not sure. I think he raises defense. He definitely raises defense. He greatly raises attack and defense in this form right here as Buu. It seems like it would be a really good combination on a Buu Saga team, actually. Linc set, 8 key, 75% attack, 35% defense, 8% HP recovery, and then enemy defense minus 10%. The Bojacks go bar for bar. I don't really want to talk about it. This one doesn't really, just for the sake of the video, I mean, just look at it. I mean, let's be honest, you're not running that team, especially not with this guy. So that wouldn't really make sense. The 2 Keflas, Super Saiyan 1 and Super Saiyan 2 of STR Kefla, Piccolo and Piccolo. I mean, I've never seen somebody run 2 of him on a team because nobody's going to run him as a lead. That doesn't even make sense. And then finally, we have the 2, technically they're both Tech Buu, Super Buu. But we have the Exchange Buu here, his final state, which is already difficult enough to get. And then this guy who's extremely outdated, he's dead in the water. So I don't want anything to do with him. However, they share 6 key, 80% attack, 35% defense, 8% key recovery, or excuse me, HP recovery, and enemy defense is debuffed by 10%. This is where it gets interesting. Right now, take that tech cooler, throw him out the window. I'm not worried about that guy. Swap him out for physical cooler. Physical cooler is going to easy A. Said that earlier. You guys know that. Sometime by, I'd say, the latest July, physical cooler should have his easy A. This is going to be an absurd rotation because you can get this to work actually pretty easily. You bring STR cooler, another STR cooler as your lead, and then physical cooler. Have them all in the same rotation, pure hybrid. You know what it is. Active skill, transform. You got all 3 of them in one rotation. The final or 4th form cooler is buffing both of them. And depending on how many enemies you're facing, he could be giving them the 50% buff. I really don't need to keep going, but this is such a dope rotation when it comes out. I can't wait for physical coolers easy A. Honestly, if they play physical cooler correctly, he's gonna shift the way a lot of teams work. Yeah, he really will, because transformation boost, crazy, but he can get even crazier. And then on top of that, you're giving Cooler another partner that he works extremely well with, not to mention first form STR-LR Frieza. He's gonna go crazy with him. Who else? Or what other team? Terrifying Conquerors is the more the merrier. Wicked Bloodline. That team's becoming outdated, but it's not a bad team at all. It's just it doesn't get as many buffs as you would like. What else is he on, man? Honestly, Cooler. Is he on Final Trump card? Is fourth form or Final Form Cooler on Final Trump card? I'd have to see. Oh man, I low-key want to see it while I'm doing this video. I don't want to misinform you guys. So let me look here real quick. Final Form Cooler. Why do I keep saying fourth form? This is hard. All right, I'm juggling names right now. Physical Cooler is on Movie Bosses, which can... Movie Boss is like, if a character gets added there, they're usually just a top tier unit at this point. Transformation Boost, Wicked Bloodline, Terrifying Conqueror, Target, Goku, Android 13 team. That's not the worst idea. Final trump card, yeah, he is on there, so that's good. You can run him on that team with STR Cooler, also Space Traveling Warriors. I mean Bojack, so same difference. And then Planetary Destruction. So Broly's team, but he's on movie bosses anyway, so it's like it all works together pretty well. Between a lot of the movie bosses, their link set and their leader skills, a lot of them are on the exact same teams. Broly. So now this guy got his EZA, which is crazy. This guy and this guy. Now these two you technically can never see together. Yeah, you can't ever see them together. They'll transform on the same turn. But this two is one of the most damaging combos in the game. I did a video on that. I was impressed, bro. They're absurd. They're absurd. Now they share 4 key, 100% attack. Oh my god. If you get Berserker active, which is damn near impossible sometimes, you get 100% attack and then you'll get 10% defense. By the way, with the cool, oh my gosh, it's even crazier. Cooler on this rotations together, and this isn't even, oh my goodness, words don't work for me today. On the right rotation, this would be 2 key, 105% attack, 50% defense, 5% HP recovery, and enemy defense minus 10%. All right, now we're almost done here. All right, we made it this far. We finally, or no, second to the last, we have Zamasu. Now, of course, these two are going to link up together because nothing changes. Tech Zamasu, man, his EZA is really underwhelming, but I want to respect the whole list. Some people might care about Zamasu, some people might not. Anyway, by the way, LR Zamasu, I mean, I'm not one to, like, I don't really want Future Saga stuff right now. I feel like we get a Vegito Blue every year, and if we didn't get a Vegito Blue, we were getting a Goku Black. I feel like we can still go another 6-7 months without future content and we'll be perfectly fine. Like, nobody will even notice, especially because Fizz Vegito Blue is a top, I mean, definitely 5, but some might argue he's still the best or second best T1 in the game. So I mean, I'm good on future content for now. But when every link is activated on the right rotation, they share 6 key, 80% attack, 30% defense, crit chance plus 10%, which is actually pretty important because, I mean, these two, like, the half-dead Zamasus, they're actually really, like, their job is to hit hard. So this is really important for them. Anyway, and then enemy defense minus 10%. Oh, what was that? I still got 2 more? Okay, so we have the Great Apes here. Most people don't care about this, but I'm going to mention it because Bardock. And anything regarding Bardock is important to me. Bardock here, the tech. Oh, this guy and this guy need an ETA. It's funny that they still haven't done it. I would have thought last year was the perfect time to do it when they had the Saiyan Day for Bardock celebration, but they chose to go in a different direction. They basically, in a way, they pretty much replaced these guys anyway, which is actually kind of sad. Not that, like, because they have different names, but like the free-to-play units are definitely like of more utility than these two right here. Except, I mean, AGL Tora is probably the only one that's better than his counterpart, because I mean, it's just his support buff is better. That's basically it. But anyway, these two. And then this AGL Bardock right here, who he wouldn't even be able to link with him. So that kind of sucks. But I mean, same name update, you can run them on the same team. You guys get what I'm saying. Anyway, these 3 guys right here would share 9 key, 75% attack, and 40% defense. Bit more key than I need, but I'll take it. By the way, these guys need an EZA. SSJ3 Bardock needs to be one of the first category leads to get his EZA. And new LR Bardock win. Matter of fact, the SSJ4 one, the Super Saiyan 4 one from Heroes, I hope he awakens this year. Now, finally, for real, this one's more interesting because none of these guys have the same name. We have a Super Saiyan Tech Goku from the World Tournament. We have a physical SSJ2 Goku from the Buu Saga. He's actually a really good support. He doesn't get that much love from what I'm seeing. Like, he did when he first came out, but it's sort of like people just, maybe it's just because he's a bland unit or something. I don't know. He doesn't get as much love as he did a couple months ago. And then this guy is really, he's old. He's so, him being there is a whatever. But like I said, respect the list. these guys together would share 5 key, 45% attack, 10% defense, and they debuff the enemy's defense by 10%. That's basically the whole list, man. Let me know. This was more of a fun list for me. I mean, some of these I didn't even consider before because some of them are like units that like, I mean, these guys, when they transform and their links don't change, that's obvious. We've been doing that for years. But then there's certain ones like these Trunks units right here. This Tech Frieza and Cooler, but only in his third form, is interesting. After all these years, I never knew these guys went 6 for 6, or maybe it was just like so long ago that I used them together I forgot. Who knows, man? I'm old, man. I've been doing this for too long. But you guys see what I'm saying. Yeah, that's basically everything of note for my personal opinions on the list. The Cooler one is the most important one on this entire list because once physical Cooler easy A's, it's gonna be absurd, man. Let me know what you guys think. Did you guys enjoy? Did you guys learn anything? If you did, can I get a like? I appreciate y'all. Comment any other ones I haven't thought of yet. If they go 6 for 6 or 7 for 7, Hitman is out.